Hello everybody, welcome to another Soma art stream. My name is Jeremy and I am one of the concept artists here. Today I'm going to work on a interpretation of the Green Man, which is a statue design, and generally it's a man with leaves or other foliage surrounding his face, or even coming out of his face for some versions of it. But I'm going to apply that design to a mouse head. So that's what you will be watching today. I'm going to try to make a few different versions. So see if I can get 3 done in the stream. But I have this base head, which I'll use for all 3 of them. I might make some changes for each, but they should all kind of resemble this one here. Welcome to the stream, Nova Nocturne Art. Glad you could make it. Don't judge. Okay, sorry about that. So I'm going to start painting these leaves on. Let me show you a picture of what a green man looks like so that you'll have an understanding of what I'm talking about. I'll show you a few different pictures. So there's one version, and what we're going to do, as you can probably already see, is we're making it a fountain, and we'll have water coming out of his mouth. Let me find a few more. Alright, so there's another one, and it's called a green man because it's typically a man. It's rarely ever a woman's face. So you kind of have an idea of what it's going to look like now. But yeah, I'm just going to start painting the leaves. I'll try to include a few different leaf types here. I'm just going to start at his nose and kind of work my way out. It's kind of hard to see. I'll choose a different color. Make it a little darker. And they tend to have this overlapping effect. So I'm going to try to overlap a lot of these leaves. It's usually easier to start with the under layer and work away to the outer layer of leaves. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'll try to keep it somewhat symmetrical. Yeah, I like the fountain idea as well. Might have water coming out of different part of his face, but it seems like the mouth makes the most sense right now. Let's see. Just gonna cover this area with green. Let's see. I think the main idea is I'll try to keep smaller leaves for the smaller areas of his face with smaller detail, and then like larger areas of the face I'll have more broad leaves. That seems to make sense in my head. So around the nose I'll have smaller leaves. I'm going to try that out. Apparently I drink really loudly, so sorry if you hear that. I'm not super familiar with the detail of leaves and how they're shaped, so from time to time I'm probably gonna step away a little bit and just look on my other monitor at how leaves are shaped. You didn't hear me drinking? That's good. I'll have to try a little harder next time. Seems like when I try to swallow more quietly, it always gets louder. It just can't be helped. I'm looking at maple leaf just so I can get a better understanding of how it's shaped. Excuse me. I like to jump around the painting, so I'm going to move on from there, I think. Maybe not yet. I'm going to finish this first. This little section. Oh, thank you. I actually have this stone photo texture overlay. I'm going to use that. Right now it's a little too intense. I'll add that on later, but I'm going to include some of that texture detail later on. Welcome to the stream, Andrea. Trying to figure out what sort of design I want the leaves to go in. I think I want them to generally follow the shape and movement of the face, so I'll have some leaves kind of follow the eyebrow like this. Probably some smaller leaves down here. And make it a little darker. Since we're under the eyebrow ridge, it'll be the light will be partially hidden. I'm just going to darken it some. Never made a leaf statue before. This is new to me. I think it'll turn out alright. As long as I can draw what's in my head, I don't think there'll be too much of a problem. It seems like that's an artist's problem. They have something they want to draw, they just don't know how to do that. It's usually they just don't understand the subject matter well enough. So for me, I was studying some leaves before this, and I think that helped some. I might actually cheat eventually here, and just to save on time, I'll copy this right half of the face and duplicate it on the left, and then I'll make some changes just so that it's not exactly symmetrical, but it'll still have some symmetry, which is what I'm wanting. I'll probably include small like roots and branches in this sculpture too. I think that'd make it interesting, like wrap around his head. I'm just gonna do that now. Maybe something under his chin. Be cool to have it wrap around his head, I think. And since this is all on a different layer, I can just try stuff out. I don't need to worry about it if it'll mess up things underneath it. Have some twisting action. I think that's cool. Alright, and as we move away from this eye, I'm going to have the leaves get bigger and bigger. I've heard of mice and mices, but I don't think I've ever heard mousin before. That's a new one. Alright, here's another idea I'm gonna play with. Let's see. I'm gonna have like groupings of leaves. I'm gonna throw one in right here. So I have 3 coming out right here. And I still want to pay attention to the form, so I'm going to make sure it gets darker over here. And when I paint the leaves, I'll try to keep that in mind. I have a feeling I won't get 3 done, but that's okay. Quality over quantity. And because this is made of stone, I do want to be careful it's not too green, but I do want some green in it. I think I want some small vines running through his face. I'm gonna do that now. Well, not quite. I got distracted. gonna have form within these bigger leaves, so I'll probably have some bends. Flat leaves are boring, so gotta stay on top of that. Yeah, it does. It does feel kind of regal. A lot of times I produce art and people see things in it that I wasn't even intentionally putting there, so it's cool that you saw that. It'd be cool to have some flower-like things as well. Something down here. I feel like something important should be up here as well, but I'm not sure what that would be yet. I'll make sure the shadows are dark enough. If you don't have enough contrast, it can make the piece kind of bland. Mostly carved stone. Where this is located, there won't be much foliage, so I'm gonna add more oranges and grays to this so that it looks less like leaves. I'm just throwing in some green right now, but it will mostly be a stone statue, and then there will be some plant life, and there will be some moss on it as well. You know, I'm just gonna adjust it slightly now because it does look too much like real plant life. I got kind of caught up in the idea that this is plant life, but it's actually not. It's just stone. I think it'd be cool to have some larger leaves behind his head. I think that's a good idea. Not sure what kind of leaf this is going to be though. It's something I should probably figure out. Yeah, you're probably right. And I'll touch it up some and try to add, you know, like little bumps and little dents to try to indicate that it's stone. Hey Zach, thanks man, good to see you. Right now I'm trying to paint large leaves behind his head, but I'm trying to figure out what kind of leaf I want back there. Okay. I'm gonna paint a spade shape leaf. I think that'll work pretty well. And then I'll repeat that down his head, but I'll decrease the size as I go. I'll get smaller as I go farther down. And I might overlay that with smaller leaves, but I think that's a good backdrop. Yeah, it's going to be a statue. It's going to be made of stone primarily, but there will be some plant life on it. That's a good idea, Nova. Yeah, if you have any ideas, go ahead and throw them out. I might like them, and I'll stick them in. Even you, Zach. And I know Zach, he works here. And have these sort of like spear-shaped leaves back here. Well, thank you, Nova. That's sweet. We appreciate you as a loyal fan. We see your name all the time. I don't know about too nosy. don't think we have any complaints here. I think you're the type of fan that pretty much all game companies like to have. You have good feedback too. I think if I add more blue into it, it'd probably make it look more like stone. I don't like to stick to one color. If I can add variation, I like to. In the Green Man sculptures, they typically have leaves that represent a beard and mustache, but I don't think I want to do that for the mouse. Just doesn't seem like it'd fit. See, look at you buying multiple Steam keys. That's a great fan. We have no complaints here. Yeah, I should have kept the vine on a separate layer, because if I want to mirror this right side, I'll get the vine as well. So I'll have to erase that. It's not a big deal, but still, should have done it. Wonder. Ha! Can go like that. There we go. I'm just gonna chop some of this off because it's already present in the other layer, this one. So Yes, it will be coming to PS4 console. Well, consoles at least. Unless I'm mistaken. Warp tool, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I was gonna try to make it pretty much symmetrical, but then have some elements that keep it from being completely symmetrical. Yeah, looks like a mask right now, but in the end I hope it doesn't, because that's not what it's supposed to be. Alright, I think I'll just keep it off for now. I was just seeing what it looks like. Welcome everybody who just showed up to the stream. Trying to figure out how I want to lay out the design around the nose. I think I'll just try something out and see if I like it. Alright, what's going on? Sometimes I draw on the wrong layer and then I mess myself up. Like right here, I don't want that. Yeah. Hang on, guys. Alright, there we go. I might give him a leaf goatee sort of design, but hopefully it doesn't come across too much like a goatee. I'll have to see after I do it. I think that would work. Might just kind of repeat that down his neck. Teeth? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I should add some teeth in. Because mice do have teeth, so. probably see you might see some tongue as well. Yeah, I could have some leaves that represent whiskers. That's a good idea, Russell. If I use smaller, thinner leaves, that might help. I'm gonna try that out. I'll have it overlap these leaves. I think I want to make sure I have enough three-dimensionality here. Maybe something like that. I think that could work. I'm gonna keep that in for now. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I should make sure to have repeated leaf types in it. Zach, when you're not looking, I swap images and I pull out my more finished piece. That's what's really going on. I'm not really that fast. Okay, thanks, Joel. Yeah, definitely want to make sure we put this in the right environment. Zach, I thought I was being sneaky enough, but I guess not. And I think we did actually have a April Fool's prank. I think we posted a picture of a rat with a mustache. I think we did that on April 1st. And a lot of people thought it was actually going to be in the game. But nope, it is not. It is a little bit hard to read the form of this piece, but I think once I add some better lighting, it will be more readable. I think that's the main thing that's given me a problem here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to add that orange fire lighting once I get the design down. And I think you're right. I think that'll I'll help it pop and it'll be more readable. I'm going to try to rush a little bit so that I can put some of that orange lighting in for you guys to see. I think I'll just finish down here and then I'll switch to the lighting. I'm just going to grab this section. I'm just going to duplicate it and mirror it on the horizontal plane. Erase some stuff. There, okay. We don't need that. He kind of has a mustache and beard. I think that could work. Oh, I'm gonna have the back leaves as well. Duplicate that and rotate it, or mirror it. I do have that vine still. I want to keep that. I think I want the leaves to obstruct it down at the bottom. It's like going underneath the beard section, then comes back out. I think. Yes, the branch will, I think the branch will be made of stone. That I'm not certain of. It might be cool if it wasn't, though. That's something to think about for sure. I'm just going to merge those two. It's another one. No, thank you, fan from Russia. It's nice to have you support us. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. Gonna undo that. Sometimes I don't realize that until I'm much too far gone, and there's nothing really you can do about it after that. So the idea is the orange lighting is coming from the left side. That's pretty obvious, I'm sure. It would be kind of cool to have the vine actually not stone. It is past 2 o'clock now, so I am going to end the stream here, but it was nice to have you all here and hang out with me. Next week will not be an art stream, but the one following will, and it's always nice to have you guys join us. But until next time, have a nice day.